Hi, I'm Professor HT Theater. I'm with my colleague Alan Hutchinson at htmarket.com. We're going to discuss the Stuart Luxus Deluxe screen wall. What I'm going to do is talk about the measurements and how to choose the correct size screen for this for your room. The Stuart Luxus Deluxe screen wall is the top of the line fixed screen by Stuart Film Screen. And what we're showing here is Megamind with basically there's sunlight coming in, so you can see it's still pretty bright. I'm going to measure this screen, and you're looking at basically the image is going to be 44 high by, I'm going to try to measure this without screwing up, by, hold on, stay there. You got about 80 inches here, and then you got 92. I already measured earlier, so you can believe me on that one. And so this is a 92 diagonal screen, which fits in a room. Usually, what you're looking at when you're doing, trying to figure out what screen to buy, is you're looking at your seating distance to the screen, and basically the measurement you want to keep in mind is the width times 1.5. In between 1.5 and 2. So if this is an 80-inch wide screen, the closest you want to sit is 120 inches, which is basically about 10 feet. 10 times 12, yeah, about 10 feet is the closest. You could probably get away with 9 because you want your eyes at 10 feet. And then if you wanted to go, you can go up to 2 back, which is 160 inches. So if you have a larger, longer room, you can go bigger with the screen. If you've got, say, a smaller room, say it's only 10 feet deep, you can only do one row of seats. A 92 diagonal fits perfect. You can go up. Now, Stuart makes any size screen. They can custom make the screen in any size, and we can price it on HT Market any way you want. So you could do 93, 99, 98, whatever, 199, whatever. So it's all up to you what size screen you want. The beauty of that is you don't have to buy a TV. A TV can only be a certain size. You buy a 42, you can't make it, bigger. With this, you can buy any size screen you want. It comes not in any standard. We do have some standard ones in Quick Ship, but this is beautiful that you can buy any size screen you want. So Stuart Film Screen is really the best maker of a screen on the market. This is a Velex frame, and it measures about 3 1/4 inches on each side, and it basically absorbs overspray. Now I'm going to send this off to my colleague Alan Hutchinson at HT Market to talk about screens and screen materials in games. So Al, take it away.
Thank you, Professor HT Theater. I'm Alan Hutchinson with htmarket.com. Thank you, my colleague, Professor. We appreciate all your work that you're doing for us with the product demos. I'm going to talk about Stuart Film Screen and basically the screen materials that you can get. Right now we're showing Megamind on the Firehawk G3 material, which is basically a 1.3 gain, which has some gray in it. The grayish area, or gray, helps basically reflect ambient light. It absorbs light, so that if you have ambient light like we do, we have sunlight coming in, you can still see the image because the light is not grabbing onto the screen. But you still have brightness because you have 1.3. Now Stuart has a matte white screen of 1.0, which basically doesn't help any type of light. Now let's talk about gain. Gain can range from 1 to 2 usually. A 1.0 gain screen is basically going to give you the same brightness on the projector that you have in the projector. So you have a 1,000 lumen projector, it's going to be 1,000 lumens. If you have a gain of 1.3, you're going to get about a 30% more brightness on the screen because it's a 1.3 multiple. So, and then you can go up to like 2, which will give you more. But the problem when you go higher on the gain is you'll lose the viewing. Like when you're looking at a 1.0 gain, I can see the image perfectly even if I'm standing way on the side. Now with 1.3, I can see the image very clear, but now on the bottom left, if I'm on this angle, it does kind of fade out. It's a little more brighter in the middle and closer to me. So as you increase the gain, you decrease your viewing angle, so to speak, where it's bright, uniform brightness. So, but a 1.5 gain, you can go up to, I think in home theater you can go up to about 1.5, because most home theater rooms are narrow. You're not going to be any more than a few feet off the axis of the screen. If you're 12, 16 feet wide and the screen is almost as wide as your room, then you could go up to one, even 2. What we recommend though in situations is if you're doing a room with a lot of ambient light, you could go Greyhawk or Firehawk. If you have complete control of light and you have a really bright projector, you could just go with a 1.0 gain screen, which is SNOMAT. And then you could go with a Studio Tech 130, which is a 1.3 gain, which is basically no gray, and that would be a good screen for a completely light controlled situation where you want to punch up the brightness a little on your projector. And then for the 3D projectors that were coming out now, Stewart is now recommending Ultramat 1.5, which is basically ST130. It's a 1.5 gain, 50% more light. Because when you switch to 3D mode, you lose a little bit of brightness on the picture. So the 1.5 will punch up the brightness on 3D mode and will not hurt the image quality in 2D. So we're recommending basically those 4 situations. You can give us a call and we can go over your room, your whether you control light, whether you're going to be watching sports or movies. If you're watching a lot of sports, more gain is important because you want more brightness, because you might actually have a lamp on or a light and you might want to do other things while you're doing that. Now if you're just going to be watching movies primarily, you could bypass Firehawk, Greyhawk scenario and just go with a the white screens, the Ultramat or SNOMAT or Studio Tech 130. But they do make the best fabrics, and as you can see, you can really see this is a watchable picture, and we got lights on everywhere here. We got complete sunlight and lights in the room. I'll be back to talk more about Stewart in the future on some of their other screens. Thanks a lot for listening, htmarket.com.